Quitting smoking can be difficult, but there are many free programs available to help you quit. I'm Daniel Craig, Cancer Outreach Coordinator at Tammy Walker Cancer Center.
Daniel, thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to be talking about this year's Great American Smokeout. Why don't you talk about how smoking affects the community?
In Salina County, about 16% of adults report being current smokers. So we've made a lot of progress over the last couple of decades, but smoking is still one of the leading causes of preventable death, both in our state as well as in our nation. When you look at our youth, the good news is that smoking rates are down to less than 5%. However, about 14% of youth are using electronic cigarettes, and there's just a lot we don't know about those products. So we know there's thousands of chemicals in tobacco smoke, and smoking really impacts almost the entire body. Some of the things we think about with smoking include an increased risk of lung cancer, heart disease and stroke, respiratory diseases, as well as many other types of cancers. So quitting smoking is really one of the best things that people can do to improve their health.
Well, quitting isn't easy, but I know you've got some tools available for people.
Yeah, so quitting can be difficult. However, there are a lot of great free programs available to help people quit. What we find is that a combination of counseling and medications together is most effective. The Kansas Tobacco Quit Line is one example of a really great program. They offer free phone-based and online-based counseling to help tobacco users quit. And if participants utilize the phone-based counseling, they can actually get 6 weeks of nicotine replacement therapy free as well. In addition to that, there's 7 FDA-approved medications that can really help in terms of reducing cravings and withdrawal symptoms when people are trying to quit.
Vaping has become an increasing concern, as you had mentioned earlier. What are some of the health risks associated with that?
Yeah, so there's still a lot that we don't know about electronic cigarettes, and really when you look at combustible cigarettes, it took us over 50 years to really see a lot of the different types of health effects. But some of the concerns we have are that a lot of these electronic devices have really high levels of nicotine, which means that it not only creates addiction, but it can have an impact on the developing brain as well.
Well, the Great American Smokeout is coming up. Why don't you talk about the message you would like to share regarding that?
Yeah, so the Great American Smokeout is held on the 3rd Thursday of every November each year. It's an event of the American Cancer Society, and it's really just a day to encourage people to either make a plan ahead of time to quit on that day, or to utilize that day to create a quit plan. We find that there's just a lot of help and support when people make that choice together.
Okay, thank you so much for some great information, and thank you for watching. For more information, you may visit TammyWalkerCancerCenter.com and like them on Facebook.